Alright, back in the world of Minecraft. Haven't done anything physical since my last video, but I've had a few people online, so I've talked to all of them. I've got a bit more of an idea of what is going on. We've had a couple of more mods added, so Applied Energistics is now in. There's apparently some kind of trouble with the developer, and he wouldn't add a script in that would make it compatible with the mods in this server, for whatever reason. So we're using kind of a workaround for that. But anyway, I think I want to get into Immersive Engineering. I've got the basics of Tinker's Construct in there. But I want to get some power generation. And to begin with, I'm going to go through Immersive Engineering just because it's really fun. There's bees again. There are more efficient methods, but I think I found it to be my favourite. Because I don't remember anything, I need to go and build the manual for it. And to build the manual, I need sugarcane, which makes paper. Poison ivy is still killing me. So that's a river cane. I think it has to grow around water. But I haven't seen any on my journey here. I'm still heading back south because I know I wasn't really looking for it. So we're just going to explore a bit. There's also, I was talking about a bunch of commands last time, and none of them were working, but the server owner's gone through and fixed it all, so I also have a home which will teleport me back to where I set it, which is in the middle of my house. There's lava on the surface. But I can also skip the night now, assuming everyone agrees it's the same system as just using a bed. Everyone has to vote yes or no. And I've seen 3 people in here so far, 3 different people, on and off. So they're starting to come back. It's good. This ivy is literally going to kill me. Yeah, I cut pretty much nothing out of the last episode. Basically just when I was climbing up and down between the mine. Sunflowers. I'll probably cut more out of this and future ones where I sort of have more of an idea of what I'm doing. And I'll have like set goals and stuff. So I'm not sure what will and won't make it in to the actual upload. Probably not a lot of this. Need to run around and find that sugarcane. God knows how long that'll take. Suppose if it's quick and if I talk enough I'll just leave it in, but from my luck so far, I'm expecting it to take quite a while. Yeah, this way as well. So southwest we're heading. I also found out there's this thing, well, there's a mod in here called vein mining, which I've never used before. So if I hold down a button and punch, it will mine all of that material. So kind of feel like that's a bit cheaty. Like if you want to do that naturally, you got to go all the way through Tinker's Construct, which is that smeltery I was building. You get the better tools and stuff. Doing that does consume saturation, so I haven't really decided if I'll use it at all or not. Probably not, just because I'm not used to it. Get some more wool. Plenty of water, no sugarcane. More deer. There's a village. Now I'm sidetracked because I have to go raiding. Steal all their stuff. Light glitch. Probably should have emptied my inventory before I came out here. Beetroot. Wheat, rice seeds. There are some farming mods in the game, obviously, but I didn't bring my axe. I don't think they're the ones I'm used to, so I don't know how much I'll get into that. I don't even remember the name of the one I'm into. Hello. So this is a meteor from Applied Energistics, and that is a messed up house. Potentially by this meteor. It's made of skystone, and in the middle of it should be a chest that has blueprints in it. This is taking forever. Looks like I don't have the mining capacity to get through it. Yeah, it tells you up the top the harvest level. How do I make waypoints? That work? I don't remember the toggle button. Or did I not make it? Oh, it says it on the minimap. Maybe I'm too close. My comma. My hotkey isn't getting rid of it again. No. Leave it there for now. Just noticed auto hop is back on, so I'm thinking a lot of my settings got reset for some reason. Controls, that shit off. Assume it's because he added a few more mods in, maybe some of them overwrote other stuff. I did see journey map, because I think the new map we're using. Okay. Full screen map is J. It's not a map at all. I do not want to join your Discord, thank you. Alright, waypoints. Remove that. Options. Not controls. No, I'll just leave it there. Doesn't really matter. Torch. There's usually a chest in these kind of towers, but I think that one's kind of dead. What that wood is, ornate wood storage crate. From Immersive Engineering, that's handy. Engineer's blueprint. A fabric, aluminium rods, treated sticks. It's just an item frame. Need. Suppose we'll take them. Pity that building got destroyed. I imagine there might have been even more useful stuff in there. Another lighting glitch over here. The forestry house. Not too interested in it to begin with. I've never seen that wood before. And here we go, looking for sugarcane, and there is books in this little house. Books. We'll just be taking them instead. Save us the hunt, although I'll probably have to find more later anyway. Worry about that later too. Alright. Carrots. Inventory's full. Let's take the seeds. Saw that. Coal can go, cane can go, wood. Copper. Need all that cobblestone. Really need wheat, so I'll just grab all the carrots. So you see the night shift down the bottom. NS vote, yes. Vote's been counted. And then after that goes down under the horizon, I should automatically skip through the night. What all that is. Flax, canola. More canola. Why is there two different canola seeds? That's actually canola seed. Okay, voted to skip night. Canola press. Actually, additions is a mod that I've never used. There's even a coffee maker in there. So this is another farming mod. Potato. Mostly just interested in the basic stuff. To begin with, because this isn't hardcore mode, I don't think these mods are really necessary. Fermenting barrel. Green lamp. Yeah, coffee maker. Energy laser relay. Coal generator. Pumping into Yuki. Void crystal block. We should have read that, so it's breaking, not picking it up. I don't want to break that. I think I would need a wrench. Get it. From actually additions, which I don't have access to. I don't know if the regular wrenches would do it. Just bronze. So just bronze. No, doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to be doing my water generator anyway. My water wheel. I'll leave that for someone else. Or if I ever come back, I suppose. Pretty cool though. Never seen any of that before. See what else we got around here. Been in here? More books. Better grab them. I think I've already encountered like 3 or 4 different mods that I want manuals for. You need 1 book per. I think every time you break a bookcase you get 3. That should last me a long time. That's the forestry house. That is a purple carpet. Small storage crate. More actually additions. It's all jam, which I don't know if I have use for. Like I said, never seen this mod before. Let's leave it for now. Because I've got that waypoint, I will end up coming back here at some point. Probably take another look at that stuff. It's empty. Alright. So I've got the books, which is what I needed. Wherever they are. 42 of them. And because of that, the new commands, you can just type /home, and then it'll warp me back into my house. Take a minute to load the chunks. Yeah. Yeah, book. And I think, let's find out what we need. Immersive Engineering manual is just a lever, which is a stick and a piece of cobble. How many? Yes, I do. They're treated sticks, so it's probably not going to work. I don't have any other wood. Of course. Yeah. Actually, let's test that. That carrot. But that vein mining will probably work on trees. Try that. Yep. It's handy. Definitely feels like cheating. But it is handy. I'll do for now. sustainable forestry. There's trees up. I'm still going to build a lumber axe because I don't really like doing that. Stack of planks. Looks like there's a bit more frame lag as well. Why? Anyway, lever, book, where'd that go? Book. Immersive Engineering. RTFM. I'm going to build these water wheels, and I've got to work out how to do it. So I think to begin with you need to be able to make treated wood. Review and resources. Production. The engineering hammer. Treated sticks. No, just any stick will do. Iron and string. I think I just threw out my string. Processing, alloys, metal plate. Good to know this mod can do alloys. I haven't used it in so long. Coke oven. I need bricks, sandstone and clay. So a coke oven will produce creosote, I don't know how to pronounce that, creosote oil, which you can then use to permeate wood, and you need that kind of wood to make pretty much everything in the mod. You can see it's the first important machine you'll need to create in order to proceed with immersive engineering. Heat up coal or blocks of coal, creating coal coke, yeah, creosote oil. And I think you need a lot of it. So 27 blocks. And one of these recipes creates 3. So I need a lot of clay and some sandstone, because bricks come from clay. And now that I've got enough, I'm going to make another dump chest, drop everything in. We'll sort all this out in the near future, have a proper storage system. Just haven't got around to it. I've got it all in there. Hang on to the book. So clay. Not sure if that's all the clay I've got. No, plenty more. Half a stack of it cooking. Have any coal? No. It's flint. There's the coal. Still in 2 furnaces to make it a bit quicker. And sandstone. 1 block of it, and that's limestone. Even less useful. I'm not sure if we get sand actually under, sandstone under sand. Got sand up there. I'm just gonna go over there and dig out underneath it and see if there is some. It's a slime island. You get actual like slime creatures spawning on there. You can kill 4 slime, which will definitely be useful in the future. There's a few different colors of it, and I think there's also like condensed stuff up there built into the terrain. Like you can see, it's obviously not just normal land up there. We'll see. First, sandstone. There you go, sandstone. Limestone. Plus the sand has its physics going on. Didn't do the math to how much we need, so I'll just grab a bit. Marble, thought it was clay. Six, that'll probably do for now. I think that's way more than we actually need. Alright, I can just Flash home. Coughing fit almost killed me. Alright, so bricks, clay, and sandstone. Drag them out. Sandstone in the middle. That's 18, so I need some more, obviously. Not that much. Chuck 15 more in each. I don't remember how many I needed. 27? Means I only need 4 more bricks. Three more. Goes at 4. I think it was 3 high, or was it 4 high? Most efficient placement you've ever seen. It might have been 4 high. 1, 2. No, it says 3. Alright, so I do need that hammer. I need a piece of string, 2 iron sticks. Hopefully I've got at least one piece of string floating around. Knowing my luck, probably not. No. Sure how you make it, or if you have to kill the spiders for it. String. Spider essence. Probably got wool. Hemp. Use a piece of wool. Alright, 2 bits of iron. Just put that into a hammer. Complete waste. I thought that was a ingot casting in there. You destroy the casting table when it's not got enough liquid in there to create a solid, then it just voids it, you lose it. Alright, 2 of them. A couple of sticks. That's all we needed. Sticks, piece of string, iron, engineer's hammer. Right click it. Oh. There you go, it's definitely a solid now, so if I put coal in there, it should slowly convert into coal coke and fill that up with creosote. That's progress, that's the first thing we needed. Not sure how long that takes. I remember it being a fairly long time. I imagine once that goes down, that's a completed process. Alright. Sure what else we need. So that's all done. I don't think we need a blast furnace to begin with. Need to make some power. Organic dynamo. Right, so I need to connect that to a water wheel. Basically the copper coil, gold copper coil. I need these water steel segments and steel. Find out how to make steel and those. Tell me. Hang on. Make the segment. Iron and windmill blades. Windmill blades come from fabric. No, allied. Alright, that's wind-based energy. So we'll need some of them to make steel, which means I'm probably gonna have to... You apparently can do it through Immersive as well. Just don't remember how. Look it up. Steel ingots, Immersive Engineering. No. Alright, I can't do it that way. Let's chisel. Why are you showing me that? Alright, it's not showing the ingots for the mod. Plant steel again. Industrial craft, Immersive Engineering, mechanism. Could go through mechanism. I may if I can't find the other one. Tech Reborn. Armor Plus, another mod I've never used. Steel ingot from Extreme Reactors. Nuclear craft. Not sure if I'm just missing it or not. It was really weird to me not knowing these things anymore. Like, I used to know everything off by heart. That to begin with. Mechanism, industrial craft. Not sure, infused lava crystal. Alright, new tabs at the top. Okay, and we'll go back to mechanism. No, that is cycling through that. Tooltip error. Reactors. Still telling me use this tome. It's literally less than useful. I'm probably going to cut here and find out exactly how to do this. Alright, so a quick bit of googling later. I know I need a blast furnace, which is also from here. You can see the creosote coming through. Creates coal coke. See the carbon values of regular coal 1600, coal coke 3200. So if I was to cook food with it, say, because this can be used as a regular fuel source, it will cook twice as many things, or provide twice as much energy to whatever I put it into. Oh yes, I need a blast furnace, and blast furnaces require me to go to the Nether, which is awkward, because I can't mine obsidian, stuck in a wall with a creeper looking at me. Gunpowder. So I need to go to the Nether, and to create another portal I need to be able to work obsidian, which I can't until I have a diamond. So I'm going to have to go mining, which I imagine I'll cut out. I won't show any of the mining because it will just be tedious. I'm going to take this with us, the cobblestone, and then while I'm mining away with my hammer, every time it breaks I'll just place that down, put the cobble in, repair it, carry on. Just that. I want to get fairly low, so I'll go back into that ravine. Got a bit of food, should last me long enough. Archer shooting at me. Down. Probably even just go all the way. There is also a method of generating obsidian wherever you want, using buckets of water and lava. Bucket method. I don't really want to do it. Bit awkward, and I need to get diamond anyway. So I don't know what Y level I'm at. I think there's a command for that. List maybe? No. Not sure what it is. We get position. Alright, so 322 by 15, so 15 is the Y level. Ideally that would be at 12. I believe that's where most of the diamond comes from. I'm just going to go through here. It's busted already. I need to have that on hand because I'll be using it a lot. Once I get a diamond, I can also make that a lot better, assuming I get a couple. Stick it on the end and then it will have way higher durability. Bastard. I'm gonna leave that here. Leave the cobble in it. This is just vein mining. Vein mining? There might be a better term for it. Yeah, I really need to upgrade this hammer as soon as possible. I'm just exploring here. I started doing my strip mining as the term I was looking for. So I've just come through here. And this ore lava crystal. Which I can't mine. So it's pretty much relevant. But I believe that is the stuff that would also let me create steel without needing to do the whole nether thing. But because I can't mine it, and I need that higher level, I'll still have to do that anyway. Bring this with us. Got a bit of gold there, a bit of osmium, which is useful for mechanism. I'm probably going to just go on a huge mining spree and just cut it all out, and then I'll cut back to you once I have everything that I need. Once I'm finished mining. So yeah, I'll do that. Alright, so I found some diamond, finally. Mining for quite a while, I had to throw multiple stacks of cobble away. Diamonds. Put this iron while we're here. And we'll head back up. Break. Can't wait to have that upgraded. I wonder if I can upgrade it in here. I can. So first, maybe. Put that back in there. Trade that. Diamond in. So the durability goes from 61 to 561. So that is a massive improvement, obviously. And it will let us mine harder things. Although I may need diamond to repair it now. Also found heaps of redstone. It's good. Just head back up. Nifty teleport. Now I need to find some obsidian so we can build another portal. Just clear out all these ores. In copper. Might get the iron, some of the iron in here. Uranium, bauxite, iridium, nickel, calorite, uranium, magnesium, lithium, boron, lead, more lead. Keep the iron. Just gonna start putting gems and stuff in with the ingots. I also didn't know there was nether quartz in the overworld. I thought you had to go to the nether to get that, as the name would suggest, but apparently not. Ruby. That'll do for now. Don't need that. What was that button? So I can just stick it to the wall. Can I do that with books? Yes, I can. I don't know what mod does that, but it's handy. Iron. No, not cobble. Alright, so I need to get diamond. Get obsidian. I suppose I'll wait for this to melt so I can chuck my last 5 in. I'm gonna go and get water, scoop it up, take it down to the lava down below, pour it all over it, and that'll turn it into obsidian. I'll lose the lava source blocks, but it's not really that big of a deal. Pour that out, I might make a second bucket. And before I go to the Nether, I'm also going to have to make basic armor. Those will just get wrecked. Although, yeah, because I need blaze powder, which comes from killing blazes, and they're a pain. Not sure how much oil I'm going to need. Probably more than that. A bit more coal. Surprisingly, I didn't find any coal when I was mining. Another one pouring out. That into another bucket. Probably, let's just make 3. Use them in the future anyway. Right, let's go find that lava. There was some on land of maybe 3. Alright. Let's skip the night before we do that, shall we? Here's a zombie getting burned. I need water first. I don't know if there's a water. Actually, I think there is a water source up here. Behind the thatch house. Yeah, there's one over there. Saves me running all the way to the beach. Fill up our buckets. Now we head to the lava. Didn't notice over there, but I assume infinite water sources are still a thing. I'm gonna just create one. Yep. So if you get 2 buckets of water, you can create an infinite source. You can only do that with water, you can't do it with any other liquid. Because if you could do that with lava, that would be overpowered. So unlimited energy generation, really. Unlimited fuel. Gonna get some kind of feather falling boots or something that removes fall damage. So I can drop down here. See how that water's on solid? It's because the water ran over the lava and created obsidian underneath it. It's iron. The coal won't hurt either. Alright. Spread a bit more water. Get rid of that lava. Get that water source out. And there's probably... there may still be lava under that. We'll just see what happens. You can see at the top it says the harvest level is obsidian. Obviously is obsidian, but that's referring to the hardness of the material. And it's green because this tool has the diamond on the end. The obsidian still takes forever, and I am effectively mining 7 blocks of it at the moment. So it will take a little while. I think I need 12 or 14 pieces for another portal. I haven't built one of those in years. If there's lava underneath this, it's all just going to get burned up. But there wasn't. It was good for me. Repeat the process. Get as much as I need, then I'll cut back in. Alright, so I think I've got enough. But because I now have a higher level mining tool, I want to get some of this. It's going to flood all the lava so nothing burns up. Hopefully this stuff doesn't explode because I've never mined it before. Or lava crystal from Armor Plus. I'm still going to need to make a blast furnace anyway. Apparently if this drops what I think it does, you can use it to create steel earlier. Yeah, lava crystals. Got that as well. From this angle so we get the coal. Slowly does it. That's also more quartz on the wall behind it, which I've never seen in the overworld before this mod pack, but will definitely come in handy. Yeah, quartz from embers. There's that mod that I've never seen before. Makes sense, obviously. Let's home back to the top. A couple of lava crystals, which we'll just hang on to. It will come in handy, I imagine. I need to focus on going to the Nether. Not the best idea to build one in my house, but I'll do it anyway. Got a bit of room. On the bottom, 3 on the sides. On the top. And I need a flint and steel, which is from... These are flint and iron, I think. That would make sense. Alright. So that'll light it. Creates a portal. Block it for now, because enemies can come through. And I forgot that made a sound, so... If that's continuous, I'm going to have to move it, because I'm not going to listen to that all the time. I almost guarantee that it is. Taking that flint with me, I don't need 3 buckets of water. Can I hang them? Yes I can. Oh, there you go. I just noticed we're out of lava. I have to go back down and get some of that. I suppose I could just take the buckets into the Nether and get some while I'm in there. I suppose I'll do that. Up that all. Coal can stay, lithium can go, basalt can go, obsidian. Just right click to get that back down. It's in the inventory. Just dump them back into the water source so they don't go everywhere. So to make the blast furnace I need netherrack, which is basically akin to dirt in the overworld, but in the nether. So there'll be plenty of that. I think that's all I need. Is that book? Where does it tell you about blast furnaces? Construction, it's just in that. Power. Probably just look it up. Blast brick is what I need. So, nether brick, blaze powder, and regular brick, which comes from clay. Nether brick comes from cooking netherrack. And blaze powder comes from killing blaze. They drop blaze rods. I don't think there's any other way to make it. And transpose it with glowstone and redstone. Glowstone comes from the nether anyway. Magma cream. Irrelevant, we're going to the nether. Which iron do we have? I just build a set of iron armor. Maybe a ruby sword. I think that's better. What's that? 6 hearts, 1.6. What that 1.6 refers to? 6.7, 1.6. Take it. Chuck the iron one in there for now. That hasn't finished drying. That is very loud. It will definitely be going. Do that off camera. A breastplate. I think. Don't have boots. Thought I did for some reason. Boots. Pants. And a helmet. Chuck all that on. It's gonna go in here. Keep that just in case. I need coal. Alright, now we'll see what's on the other side. Spawn could be extremely unlucky and kill us immediately. Hope not. Taking longer than usual. Hopefully the nether has been generated in this server. I don't know if that's a thing that won't work. Oh! something's loading, so I assume it did. Alright, so this is the Nether. Obviously far less inviting than the overworld. Plenty of lava. Fill that up. And this is fiery netherrack. I'm not sure if that can be used or not. I've never seen fiery netherrack before. Seems to be everywhere, so I assume it'll work. Fiery quartz ore. Okay, I think it's just regular quartz it's dropping. Yeah. Just grab plenty of netherrack while we're in here. Lava also flows faster and further in the nether. I would like some glowstone, but oh, that stuff looks safe enough, we're gonna grab that. Also plenty of other dangerous mobs. All different kinds that have been converted from real world to hell. Because there's so many extra mods, I'm not sure if there'll be ones that I'm not expecting as well. Those are all pigmen down there. Not sure what that yellow is. Is that just lava or I don't know. Pigmen running around. Glowstone is always above lava, as it seems to be the case. Go one more. Just putting a little platform to help prevent it going everywhere. Whatever I don't catch. My Hero Zero joined the game. He's the server owner. I was just talking to him before about chunk loading. So I don't know if he's doing something about that or not. See if this loads a bit quicker. Yeah, seem to. Looks coming back. All the gear seems to take a while. God, that is loud. Holy crap. Let's fill this back up. And there for now. Got that. I think I had more iron. Let's chuck in. This iron and quartz can stay. Oh, I put that in there. Fiery netherrack. Let's see if I can cook that. It's definitely cooking. Into what? I don't know. Fiery nether brick. Which can be put there. So when you can see the recipe is cycling, it's because you can use any of those components that it will cycle to in the place of that. That's fine. Yeah. Couple in there. Coal in there just because we can. Coal coke is a useful resource, so it goes in there. Now, need to find blaze. Probably going to get my ass kicked by them. That's just what they do. Which means I'm going to need more food. And hope I don't die, because I don't think there is a back function. Well, let's hop home. Yeah. So I don't have permission to use it because I don't have privileges, obviously. I haven't paid for it. So I haven't seen that system on the website, so I don't know if it's implemented or not. It has been usually, all the other times I've played. Alright. So, blaze always spawn in nether fortresses, which difficult to find, and they're a pain in the ass once you find them because they have wither skeletons and such as well. They're just stronger skeletons. Instead of using bows, they chop you and they poison you, and not a good time. I'll probably end up running around here for a very long time before I find one. That scared the shit out of me, and that's a blaze. Not in another fortress. There's cobalt over there. I think this thing, whatever it is, spawned that. It's the same stuff that's a pig spawner. Holy crap. Ocean Wand, Mana Steel. Is there a take all button? I don't remember. Oh, I'm taking it. Name tag, that. Not sure, I've never used not enough wands, but imagine we'll get into that. It's definitely, I think that's a black pig in there. If I break that, I won't get it. And it will just be destroyed, so I don't really want to do that yet. Maybe I'll put a waypoint on it. E. Big spawner. How do we look at our waypoints? Alright, so that's Nether exclusive, so when I'm in the overworld I won't see that. Which is what I want. I don't know why auto jump keeps turning on. Pain in the ass. I don't know how I didn't notice it for so long. I don't think there's any difference between nether gold and regular gold. Except maybe that turned into ingots immediately? Did it? No. Alright, so cobalt ore I can't mine yet. Which is the ideal material for making like tool heads. This is ardite, which gets combined with that and makes manulin or something. Emeralds. Pretty solid spawn for the nether, not too much trouble. Quite a few resources. Another diamond. I think the difference might be if you silk touch this stuff, you can then crush it down to more than the stuff in the overworld. I think I'm getting golden nuggets from breaking that. What's the Zuli? Not much of a need for it at the moment. And that blaze didn't actually drop any blaze powder or blaze rods. Looking forward to being able to mine that. I don't really remember how to. Just see if that's giving us... got 20. Yeah, 33. So none of those will get converted into an ingot. Just as none of those 9 ingots will get converted into a block. I'm still just looking for another fortress. I'll check that where I found that blaze earlier again. Can't really rely on it. I'm not sure what another amethyst is for. I've never seen this X. What's it called? I don't know, there was another mod where all the burnt netherrack and stuff was from. The fiery stuff. Jesus, heaps of it. So usually so difficult to find that stuff. I think they've definitely buffed the spawn rate of that. No way is that natural. Maybe it's just because I'm used to playing on that hardcore server. Another redstone. So this is soul sand. It makes you move irritatingly slow. My emerald. I also think I'm the first one in the Nether, so all these chunks are unloaded. Ooh. That's a mushroom. And because of that, that means that I'm loading everything. So it should be laggy. I think I'll survive that fall. Into that mushroom. High pay. Nether is that mod I was talking about that I've never seen in here before. No idea what that's used for. Something, I'm sure. These weird trees. Weird mushrooms. Really quiet. Suppose you won't get that if I put music in. I imagine I will. As I said, I'm probably going to be in here for a very long time looking for this stuff. Basalt, don't need. I think I need to actually find a spawner because I need to kill like 20 of them probably. Get enough. I didn't notice Hero leaving before. Joined again. I think I'm going in a bit of a circle. And go up here a bit. Thought I'd go through here. Not worth it. So ideally I want to be moving away from that big spawner. It's like the end of the line in that direction. So I guess we are going this way. Didn't bring the tool forge, so this pick is going to break. This hammer is going to break pretty soon. I'm saying there was actually a way, it's just this lava pit. That broke. More lava. Put it there. It's about to break soon too. Just tunneling through this wall, maybe not the best idea. I usually have flight when I come in here. I haven't even started looking at that stuff. Mostly because I don't remember. Let's go home. Got a bit of stuff. Fix my hammer. Maybe make a fixable tool, pickaxe as well. Loads. Sulfur is useful, but I need it in much larger quantities than that. Stone, tin. Oh, gunpowder. Gold. Let's see if this repairs from diamond or if it's cobblestone. Cobble. Obviously the downside is that cobble has such low durability. I think there's a pink material that I want. I don't remember what it's called. Not Manulin. Manulin is really good, but there's something below it that'll let you mine cobalt and stuff. This diamond won't. Manulin, amethyst, plant slime, elementium. I thought it was pink. I'm misremembering. Make a sponge pickaxe. Why? Crap, I forgot what it's called. Well, there is a book for Tinker's Construct that would tell me. So, I think I had plenty of books floating around somewhere. Probably this one. I'll have to sort out this mess in the near future. Book. Maybe one of these makes it? I don't think I already have one. I don't remember. That is the basic Tinker's book, which has been updated. Never seen this before. All material. Job with the text. Ridiculous colours, can't see anything. Some of them. It's really annoying not knowing what that is. Illumite? That rings a bell. Illumite. Make it in the smeltery. Yeah. Alright, so it's aluminium, iron, and obsidian. So 1 to 3-ish. Obsidian, iron, aluminum. Alright. I think I've mined a bit more aluminum at some point. Yep. Just gonna chuck one of each in there for now. Imagine obsidian will take forever to melt. It's already got heaps of iron in there. I'll add another block. It's going to take forever. Clear out a bit of our inventory. I don't know what that is. Interesting when I find out. How much netherrack did we make? 24? I don't know how much I needed. Probably more than that. Put it all in there. Getting there. Probably not necessary to carry that, seeing as I can just teleport back here if I have to. So that's making alumite. I'm gonna make just a pickaxe out of it, I think. I need to cast it. Its head. You don't need to do the other stuff out of anything special. I can just do it out of cobble. Find out. Finding. Leave those as they are. This needs to be actually turned. Need one of them. That. We've got one ingot in there, which is obviously not even. Got one more of those two in there as well. Just keep doing that, and then eventually it will end up being a whole number, very close to one. That aluminum brass to the bottom, drag that out, put the pickaxe head in there. That'll create a cast of it. We'll drag the alemite to the bottom, pull that cast up. Dries. It's a bit longer. Yeah. Pickaxe with it. It's regular stone bindings and the alemite head. That has 310 durability. You can see in my hand that the pink of the alemite is on the top and the rest of it looks like stone, because that's exactly what it is. So let's go and get some of that cobalt as well. I know I'm getting distracted, but alright, calm. I've wanted to get better tinker's tools for ages anyway, so this is something that I would end up doing regardless of whether or not I do it now. I don't remember if all this stuff was up here or if it was the other way. I think it was up here. No. Wait, I did bring cobble. It's circling. It's just very flow happy in the Nether. Like, I think in the overworld, water will flow about 7 blocks. So from the point of impact, it'll flow 7 blocks, and lava will flow only 4, or maybe even 3. I think it's 3. Any more blazes for me, big spawner? But with the overworld, with the Nether, water can't exist. It will just immediately evaporate into steam, and lava flows for about 9 blocks. Alright, we've got cobalt, some ardite. Cobalt and ardite themselves are very good materials for making tinker's tools, and then if you combine them you get manulin. That's how you pronounce it or not. That's a very good thing for pickaxes and stuff, whereas cobalt I think is better for swords, so that might be the other way around. I think it's the other way around. But either way, I'll end up making a full set of tools out of this stuff, which means I'll need a lot of it. And because of the world spawn just spawning so much of it, it'll be a problem. I could say on average in the old servers I'd spend maybe 20 minutes to find 20 minutes per one block running around the Nether. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, maybe 15 minutes, but it's definitely a lot harder than this. Which is fine. Good to learn it all again if it's easier. Just blows me away. Just how abundant it really is at the moment. 9 blocks already. 3 ardite. There's more down there. More over there. It's crazy. So this pickaxe has a, like you can see the hammer has a mining level, well it doesn't tell you, but it has a mining level of obsidian we've seen before, which isn't enough to get cobalt. This can get cobalt because it's a step above diamond, but only one step above, and there's cobalt and ardite, which is what I'm mining, which is another step above that. So I don't think there's really any resources that spawn in world that require more than cobalt. So you could use this pickaxe that I'm holding forever, but cobalt and manulin will mine faster and they have a lot more durability. So you don't really want to waste all your modifiers on inferior materials. I'll understand what I mean by modifiers a bit later. Like Like when I put that diamond on the hammer, like that wasn't replacing the parts that I'd already used. It was just putting a modifier on it, and each tool can hold, depending on what you make it out of, can hold different amounts of modifiers. So you can get faster speed or more durability. You can even make like tools electric, so that they just require and consume energy instead of actually durability. So you can just charge it over and over again, which means once you're generating energy, your tools will never run out, as opposed to always having to come back into the Nether and mine more Ardite and Cobalt. Another Draconium ore. Draconic Evolution, that is a very, very overpowered mod. Insane. You can end up digging chunks like 9 by 9 by 9 with a single click, just tear that to pieces. And a sword that'll do basically instant death to anything within like a 5 by 5. It also has a lot of machines like for grinding mobs and such. A lot of really crazy high-end stuff. There's even like energy storage, so basic capacitor that I'll be building sometime in the next few episodes, because I was supposed to be focusing on Immersive Engineering. Like the basic stuff in there will hold like 1000 RF, which stands for, actually I'm not sure what it stands for, redstone flux maybe? But it's redstone energy, which is one of the 3 most common used energy types, commonly used. And then you can build the thing out of Draconic Evolution, and it takes a lot of effort. You gotta slay dragons and everything to do it. But you can hold like millions and millions of RF in there, which is just insane. But it is nice to have all that storage once you start building like massive reactors and stuff. So you can just pump it all in. Like I've built reactors that are 64 by 64. It's full of fuel rods. That's what the yellowite is for. Seen before. I also remember it comes from big reactors. That's what I've built it from. But there's obviously a new one in here. I imagine it'll do very similar things. I'll find out when I get there. So we got heaps of cobalt and an unloaded world. Stick that on the wall for now. I should probably just build a bookcase, but come on, put it there. Loading. There we go. I'm not sure where the server's based. I think it is somewhere in Australia, which is where I live as well. Alright, so what have we got? Bit of obsidian, bit of aluminium. I think we need a bit more of everything in there. That down to a whole number. Fair bit of iron, but we're going through it, so chuck that in again to be safe. That's molten obsidian on the top, and that purple. The diamond. I'll upgrade that. I'll upgrade the head of that, and then I may still be able to repair it with stone, which would be ideal. But I don't know if that's a thing. Slow. Put that in there. Need netherrack on me. Still need blaze. Gotta get blaze. Kind of focusing more on tinkers in this episode as well. Still find it very weird calling things to episodes. I don't know why. Gotta add armor. I think you can build shields too. Thanks, piece of iron. I've never used one before. Find out how it works. God, I need to sort this out. Thanks. So you can block with it. I think you get shot with a projectile whilst you're blocking. It won't damage you. Maybe you can block enemy attacks as well. Oh. And you can hold it with everything. I'll hang on to it, see how that goes. Very messy in there. Let's build a hopper, which is a chest. Iron, I believe. Be 5 of it. It's a weird texture. Need another chest. Into the ground here. Like that. So that hopper will suck from the casting table into the direction that I placed it, which is this chest. And we'll put the ingot back on and get rid of those. Put a redstone clock. I don't remember how to do. Actual stone, redstone, redstone torched. So I need to cook up some cobble. Or cobble. A stick, which I have. Can make at least. Torch. Stone on the floor, I think. That to get done. Let's pull that iron out. Just going to pull everything out as much as we can. There's a full block of iron. 2 ingots. 1 of illuminate. Who's in here? Hero. Stone. We won't use it for this. The iron out. So you can see as that hardens and becomes a handleable ingot, it's dragged down into the chest. That illuminate out. And everything else is just in nugget form, or millibuckets, which is enough for me, so seeing that. Should lose that metadata. It did. Which is good. I've also got that drain somewhere. What's that? What's that? Drain on. Force it on, so now they're on 2 separate blocks. So I think that won't reach to there. That's a redstone clock, so that pumps out a redstone signal every tick. I think there's 20 ticks in a second or something. So it'll just constantly be clicking. And a redstone signal is basically the same as a right click in Minecraft. So if I wanted to drain more or whatever, use a bed, that's how that would work. So now I can go through aluminium in. That'll melt real quick. And into fluid in there. And then you should see that starting. But maybe it needs to be adjacent to this faucet as opposed to the block. Makes sense, but it makes this a bit more awkward. You can see it's just draining everything. So if I wanted to, I don't know if I have any more iron, we'll need everything else in here eventually. Copper, lead, medium. I'm gonna go with gold first. I'm also gonna need to build this higher. Because this is how I'm doing it at the moment. Actually, let's just stop playing with that. Put in... Oh no, what? Actually no. I'm just going to melt cobalt as it is into ingots. Except we don't. So I'm going to put that on top. The lever. Stick in cobblestone. Slap that on there and that will turn it on and off. Leave it off. Takes a while. So I'm going to make a pickaxe and a hammerhead, which I have a cast for both. Put on. Put 9 in there so we get 18. And they need 10 all up. Once I get cobalt, I'll mine that out and move it away. Because of how loud it is. I think we're getting extra lag at the moment because Hero is playing with the stuff. Usually does when he's online. And because the server's only been up for a little while, I'm sure he's testing out a lot of stuff that I don't know about. Slowly, slowly. How much iron do I have? I got 18 blocks. 18 ingots, sorry. Diamond in. I'm also going to renovate this place very shortly. Make it... Oh, there goes Hero. Hopefully we're taking the lag with him. But yeah, renovate it. Make it all neat. I'll probably time-lapse that maybe. Make it all neat. Put in proper floor. Put in some windows and stuff just to look a bit nicer. To appease my OCD. Rid of that. How are we looking? So we got 2 blocks. As I said, there's 18 ingots. That'll fill up, get sucked into there, then we'll do the pickaxe. We'll also do a sword as well. I think Manulin will be better for the sword. Might just chuck a single block of Ardite in. That'll melt down, then that will combine a certain amount of this. I think these smoky bits say that it is still... that the process is still going. Yeah. Cool. Fill that up as well. And I should just be able to slap that on top of each. It's raining. I do love the sound of rain. The real world and in this game. Is that done? Yes. Do the tool forge. Here he's back. Yep. So that took the durability from 561 to 849. Which is still oh, I didn't do it. Which is still pretty low in terms of what you can get. I'm happy with it for now. It's because everything else is still made out of stone. It's crap. You can see I got Manulin in there as well. 6 ingots of cobalt, 2 of Manulin. Should probably make a better sword as well. Do that later though. Can't remember what's best to make the rest of the pickaxe out of. I think this would... I'll get that. This should tell you, but I don't really remember. Does them up. Alright. So these are the different materials that you can use to create everything. I don't know why sponge has been added. So, depending on what tool it is, it will give you different things. So, extra, it's giving a bit more durability, because anything you use will give more durability, but it's also giving you stuff here. So this is cheap. Spiky deals extra damage to the attacker. Tool lasts longer out of obsidian, makes sense. Prevents Enderman from teleporting around for a short time, so if you put that on a sword. Tool is unhindered by water. It's interesting, I've never seen that before. Your tool damage is increased. Bone. I don't know if that applies to like pickaxes and stuff as well. Be great. Writable. So paper you can put more modifiers on. Your tool is so soft and squeaky it gains silk touch but deals no damage. Huh. So that's interesting. If it's dealing no damage, then I assume that means it's dealing no damage to enemies, because if it was dealing no damage to blocks, then it'd be completely pointless. Half-stood blocks get smelted. That's not as good as it sounds, because if you do that on a pickaxe and you chop up a piece of iron ore, say, it'll instantly turn into an ingot, and because of that you wouldn't have been able to process it like in the smeltery and get 2 ingots instead, you'll only get the 1. You'd rather eat your tool than starve. Sure about that. Hellish, bonus damage, flammable. Your tool loves stone, it literally wants to absorb it for durability. I don't know what that means. Increase your overall speed of your tool when mining and attacking. Yeah, there's like a lot of these things existed before, but this effect was never here. Soul Network is related to blood magic. So much of it, it's crazy. It's interesting. A chance to drop bread per mob killed or block broken. Sometimes heals the player for a bit after killing a mob. I really want to try that. Peridot. Got 3 of it. We got Apicura join the game. Another old friend. Can I just put that in here? Can. So 1 for 1. Interesting. Very cool to see all these new additions. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, that wasn't the page apparently. Bonfires, all materials. What does Terra Steel do? See, yeah, it did. You heal over time. Mana can be used in place of durability. So that comes from Britannia, which I have used before. Sharp, luck. So much, it's just crazy. Blasting. So ideally I'd be using paper. I don't have that, so I'm just going to experiment with some other stuff. That on there. 350 durability, 350, so that didn't change the durability. But gives you a small chance to drop bread from breaking a block, apparently. I find that to be very interesting. Can't eat because my saturation's full. It just, yeah, strikes me as very weird. It's a very small chance. But that is nonetheless very cool. Chuck that in there. We got. We'll just drain all that out. Make another chest. Do I have any iron left? Yep. 5 pieces of that. I'll need 2 chests, come to think of it. Though probably not to begin with. Another hopper. Slap that on top of that. I did not want to put sticks in there. Aiming with a stick. So anything I put in here is going to get pushed into this inventory, which is going to get melted, get converted into ingots and sucked into that chest. Still haven't gotten over that bread thing. The sponge is for Silk Touch. And Ardite absorbs stone. So I want to make something out of Ardite and just see if that does increase the durability. I haven't melted any down. Because of that heal stuff, just put it on the pickaxe for now. These are still pretty terrible weapons, but do. Some redstone blocks. I think in here. How many modifiers do we have? Where does it tell you? Doesn't, as far as I can tell. Unless that was the last one, which would be the case. But we should still be able to fill that up, so we'll put that in. See, it's now 99 of 99. Single redstone in. And if I try to put... Alright. So that is all the modifiers I have. Can't put anything else on that. Should dig a bit quicker. It does. Let's turn that off. What am I going to do? I suppose I'll do it on the pickaxe. Find out first. Did I ever make a... I didn't. So the tool rod goes on there, bit of cobble, another one of these, which means I'm going to need to melt some aluminum brass. Put that in, take that off. Stone rod goes on there, get rid of that book again. That is very odd, and it is so quiet without that rain. That melts down. Make another cast out of it. Then Ardite. That cast. Do that out. I can go there. Pickaxe. Where'd that rod go? Chest, of course. So that durability is at 820. I'll chop some stuff and see what happens. 814. I'm not sure what that's doing. Maybe it lets me repair it with that? No. Well, I'll use it for a while and see what happens. What do I use to repair that? Still cobble. Because there's nothing left of stone in this pickaxe, cobble won't work for it anymore. Shame. This portal has got to be moved. I'm just gonna go... if that'll cycle the night or not, because we have another person in here. No, it worked. I'm gonna go directly across. Should seem to make a difference in terms of how much damage I took. It's clearing a little hole to put that nether portal in. Let's say no. I don't need to go back in, I'll just relight that. Probably put a door in front of it so those enemies in the Nether can come through that door and come into the overworld. Which most of the time it's just pigmen and it doesn't really matter because they're not naturally hostile. But I'd still rather not have to deal with them. So that portal will show up in a different place to the one that I've been using. Like because it's over there. In the Nether, like this is 4 blocks here, but in the Nether that would, like if I walked 4 blocks, made another portal and came back, I would be 12 blocks away. So it's like a 3-to-1 ratio for every block travelled. Just leave that on there. So I'm probably going to go mining again soon. And then I'm going to sort this mess out. Needs it. Alright. I'm gonna head back into the Nether. Let brick go. I want to see how much of that I get. And that still hasn't gone up, so I think I've been lied to. Is that flint? Back into the Nether, and I will go hunting for more blaze. Stick that to the wall. Alright, so I've spawned in the same spot. The portals were close enough in the overworld that it didn't bother making a new one. It's not uncommon either. Just forgot that it did it. I'm gonna go that way. With luck. Gotta find more blaze. Hopefully a spawner. Just get tingles in my legs when I'm doing this stuff. Over lava. Always a single mistake and it's game over really. Don't know why that's yellow. There's probably a story behind it. We're gonna find out. Ugh! That is something you don't want to do in the Nether. What an idiot. Just broke straight through. Single block. That could have been all the way into the lava. Although we do have the gravestones mod, so it probably wouldn't have been too hard to get all my stuff back. Still. Ooh. Orange dye. Kinda hoping that would blaze powder. What in the world is that? Ah, that's glowstone fluid. Because you can melt that down. So this has an interesting property in that it doesn't flow down, it goes up. I didn't think that would stop it, but Bayak. Is there another portal up there? Might be. I don't have enough cobble to build all the way over there. Go around. Soul sand. Slowing my movement. I also find it very weird having that shield. It was affecting me when I was building. Eat the damn pork. Okay. Because anytime I ever see people using a shield is in PvP. So for me to be using one and not PvPing, God. Can't even pronounce that. Zephyrite dust? I don't know why I'm mining straight down again. Yellow garnet. Yeah, no idea what that's for. Look at all this cobalt. I don't want to just run past it and leave it because I'm so used to it being incredibly, like, non-abundant. Should have put... Ooh. Very quick. Should have put luck on one of my picks. I'm going for it. I'll ignore 3 of them together. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. What did I just say? Come on then. Cheeky little thing. That. Get back up where we were. Enough cobalt. Not going after anymore. Okay. I want to get on top of this bit. Just going to mine out some of this so I have building blocks. Use netherrack instead of cobble. Go through that. That shield is just getting in the way. It's making me place each block individually instead of just being able to hold it like I am now. Not sure if I'm up where I was looking at or not. I think maybe over there. Although it looked a bit blue, so I don't think it's a portal, it's more likely some kind of tree or something. It is a portal. Which it is, alright. Prove me wrong, game. Because it is one, and I don't think it's mine. If I go through it, I might be at someone else's place. I'm gonna do that. Yep, this is definitely someone else's house. There's a taller smeltery, basically the same as what I've got, but a bit better. All this loot. Hasn't claimed it. Silly, silly. These are mega torches, which I think prevent enemy spawns. And they're also very difficult to get, so I'm thinking that this is where heroes have been messing around. We just spawn them in if we wanted to. Cool little island. Someone voted. Wonder if it's Kira's. Let's find out. So we'll just head back in, I guess. Put all my stuff. I'll keep going that way. That is not a fool that I would survive. Look at it all down there, it's ridiculous. I'm not sure if that is a nether fortress. I think it is. Some food. So nether fortresses usually have plenty of enemies, plenty of spawners. It's more enemy density than anywhere else. It seems very empty. The nether in general. I'm not sure if it's a thing or not. Yeah, I'm gonna go up there. I don't want to build directly across this lava. Up and over. What is hanging from the roof over there? I think there's upside down trees that grow here sometimes. Just like that fluid was flowing upwards, the glowstone stuff. Not die now. So that is another fortress. Big hole in the middle of it. Illumination wand. Iridium shards. Just marking that so I don't always open the same chests. Dead end. So looking for enemies, there's going to be, I imagine there'll be wither skeletons, which I'm not interested in. Hopefully there's a blaze spawner floating around somewhere. Glowstone, always useful. White rune from quark, blue rune from quark, withered rib. I've used those things before. Golden sword, horse armor, netherwort, iridium, brown rune, gold tin can. Tin cans aren't useful for now, at least. And by the time I do need them, I'll be processing them. Or mass producing them. There's... so lost. Dead end. I'm gonna go back up to the top level. Block glitch, where I mine a block and it is gone, but the server thinks it's still there. So it's like gone on the client but not the server. Another what? Well, I said I was going up, but instead I'm going down. Diamond, copper, more iridium. Never seen that torch before. Shield. I think there's a blaze above me. Oh! Idiot. I get myself killed doing that. Gotta check that chest, of course. Obsidian, feathered rib, capturing wand. Basically just collecting things that I haven't seen before. So I don't know how rare they are. It's a staircase. Or another what? Ignore it for now. Just keeping an eye on the floor. I don't drill a hole into the lava without knowing it. Get out of here. I'm definitely here. Please. Okay. You may or may not be able to hear me for a little while. As you can see, they shoot fireballs. If I die, I'm gonna be pissed off. Alright. That is just ridiculous. All this stuff that I want to keep. Gotta get rid of some of it. Luckily we have a bin right here. That'll do. See if we can turn the hostiles down a lot. So many of the buggers. Running up again. Ooh. Yeah, it's my first blaze rod, which can be turned into blaze powder. I think I need a fair bit of it. I want to block off this corridor here. Killed that guy. So I want to block it off because I'm trying to minimize the amount of spawns they have. And the biggest problem with these guys is that they spit fire, which destroys objects dropped on the ground. Which means as I kill them, if it falls into any of their fire, it's just gone. Health regeneration up. Couple more blaze rods. I feel the center one, because they are too high, they won't be able to go in there. Fill that up. I can hear a couple behind me. I have to stay there, they're too difficult to get to. Ooh. Two of them in my little safe corner. Which is clearly no longer safe. God, they're everywhere. Not sure what that is. Didn't get it, so I can't look. Because there's no back command, I have to do this all at once, because I can't come back. Calm down, holy crap. Bit of a struggle. There are smarter ways I could go about this with fire resistance and such, but who's got time for that? This is insanity. Might be best to just let them come out to me. I've got 5, which is actually 10 blaze powder. I didn't ask to get walked to the world spawn. But someone's not messing with me. So they may have been. Server issue. Alright. I thought Kira was just messing with me. So I think I'm gonna be... I think Kira did that. Forcibly closed by the remote host. Hopefully I got enough, because I don't think I'm going to be back at that blaze spawner, and I don't think I have a waypoint. No. Yeah, server's definitely gone down. I'll end it here. I've probably got 2 hours of footage to go through now. And I was purposely not talking for a bit of that, so I can cut a lot of it out. So we'll do that.